The 4 astronauts believed they had been selected for the most advanced lunar simulation ever created. The facility was buried beneath a desert, wrapped in layers of steel and secrecy. Instructors told them the gravity shifts, the artificial dust, even the silence were all part of the experiment. Every sensation felt real, too real, but science had come far, they said. When the countdown began, the walls shook and the floor trembled, mimicking launch conditions perfectly. Each astronaut felt the crushing force press into their chest as the lights dimmed and alarms echoed. Then, sudden weightlessness. They floated, laughing nervously, praising the realism. None of them noticed the subtle changes, the temperature dropping faster. Han expected, the hum of machinery fading into something deeper and emptier. The simulation was already complete. What followed wasn't training. It was transit. When the hatch finally opened, silence poured in like a physical force. No fans. No speakers. No guiding voice from mission control. Before them stretched a grey horizon. Under a black, star-filled sky that felt painfully infinite. The dust beneath their boots wasn't synthetic, it clung and shifted exactly like real lunar regolith. One astronaut tried to joke, calling it method acting taken too far, but his voice cracked inside the helmet. Their instruments showed readings that made no sense for a simulation: radiation spikes, true vacuum pressure, authentic lunar gravity. Communication systems failed to reach Earth, bouncing back only static. That's when fear replaced curiosity. The sky wasn't a projection. The stars didn't flicker. The moon wasn't a set. It was beneath them, ancient, cold, and real. Someone had lied. And whoever did, hadn't come with them. As they moved away from the landing site, the truth grew heavier than gravity itself. Their training habitat stood behind them, half buried in dust, clearly designed for one way. Deployment. Supplies were limited. No return module. No scheduled extraction. Mission logs, once filled with supportive guidance, ended abruptly with a single line. Phase complete. Panic fractured the team. Accusations flew, governments, corporations, secret programs, but no theory changed their situation. One astronaut discovered something more disturbing. Footprints already marked the surface near the habitat. Not theirs. Too old. Too deep. The moon, long believed to be dead and empty, watched them in silence. Every step they took felt observed. The deception wasn't just about getting them there. It was about making sure they stayed long enough to understand why they were chosen. By the time Earth rose over the horizon, small and heartbreakingly distant, acceptance began to replace fear. They realized they weren't explorers or trainees, they were proof. Proof that humans could be delivered, quietly and permanently, beyond their world. The moon wasn't their destination. It was their message. A warning etched in living flesh. As oxygen dwindled and systems failed one by one, the astronauts recorded their final message, unsure if anyone would hear it. They spoke not of anger, but of betrayal, of how easily trust had been used against them. The last transmission ended as lunar night crept across the surface, freezing everything it touched. Somewhere far away, observers marked the mission a success. 4 dots of life faded into the grey. The simulation had never been about survival. It was about silence. New moon symbol.